Hello students, this one is the third part of Unit 2 Data Link Layer and Media Access of the subject Computer Networks. Myself Ansi John J. Here first we see about the point-to-point protocol, that is a direct connection between a sender and receiver. Point-to-point protocol or triple P is a communication protocol of the data link layer that is used to transmit multi-protocol data between two directly connected computers. It is a byte-oriented protocol that is widely used in broadband communications having heavy loads and high speeds. Next is the services offered. Triple P defines the format of the frame to be exchanged between devices. It also defines how two devices can negotiate the establishment of the link and the exchange of data. Triple P is designed to accept payloads from several network layers. Authentication is also provided in the protocol, but it is optional. The new version of Triple P called Multi-Link Triple P provides connections over multiple links. One interesting feature of Triple P is that it provides network address configuration. Next is framing. The figure represents the frame format. The starting and ending bits are flags. Next to flag there is the address bit. Next is control. Next is protocol. Next payload. Then FCS, and the final one is the flag. The flag bits are added to identify the start and end of a frame. Flag. A Triple P frame starts and ends with a 1 byte flag. Address. The address field in this protocol is a constant value and set to 8 ones. Next, the control field is set to a constant value. Then protocol field defines what is being carried in the data field, either user data or other information. The payload field carries either the user data or other information. The FCS that is the frame check sequence, is simply a 2 byte or 4 byte standard CL. This is the transition diagram. The transition starts at the dead state. So in this dead state, the line is kept quiet. No devices will be active. Then when one of the nodes starts the communication, the connection goes to the established state. In this state, options are negotiated between the two parties. If the two parties agree that they need authentication, then the system needs to do authentication. Otherwise, the parties can simply start communication. The link control protocol packets are used for this purpose. Several packets may be exchanged here. Data transfer takes place in the open state. When a connection reaches this state, the exchange of data packets can be started. The connection remains in this state until one of the endpoints wants to terminate the connection. In this case, the system goes to the terminate state. The system remains in this state until the carrier is dropped, which moves the system to the dead state again. Next topic is the multiplexing. Here we have three set of protocols: the link control protocol, two authentication protocol, and several network control protocols. From the figure, we can identify that these three protocols are used only to handle the payload bits of the frame. The remaining all are flag, address, control protocol, FCS, and flag remains unchanged. Only these protocols will manage or handle the payload bytes of the frame. First, we see about the link control protocol. The link control protocol is responsible for establishing, maintaining, configuring, and terminating links. The payload, this protocol is used only to handle the payload field. The LCP packet will contain code which defines the type of LCP packet. ID is the destination ID, length of the packet, and information stores the user information. All LCP packets are carried in the payload field of the Triple P frame with the protocol field set to C021 in hexadecimal. The code field defines the type of LCP packets. There are 11 types of packets. These are the types of LCP packets. 11 types of packets are there, and specific code is assigned with all the packets. The packet types are configure request, configure acknowledgement, configure negative acknowledgement, configure reject, terminate request, terminate acknowledgement, code reject, protocol reject, echo request, echo reply, discard request. For all these 11 types of packets, we have 11 codes and the description is given in this table. The ID field holds a value that matches a request with a reply. One endpoint inserts a value in this field which will be copied into the reply packet. The length field defines the length of the entire LCP packet. The information field contains information such as options needed for some LCP packet. Next is the authentication protocols. Authentication means validating the identity of a user who need to access a set of resources. There are two types of protocols: password authentication protocol, challenge handshake authentication protocol. Then password authentication protocol, we have two steps. The user who wants to access the system sends an authentication identification, that is username and a password. The system checks the validity of the identification and password and either accepts or denies connection. This is the representation of password authentication protocol. The user has to send the authenticate request to the system. The system, if it accepts the request, means it will send a authenticate acknowledgement, or if denies the request, means it sends the authenticate negative acknowledgement. So the authenticate request contain code that is of type 1, then ID of the destination, length, username length, then username, password length and password. Authenticate acknowledgement consists of the code 2 type, ID, length, message length and username. Authenticate negative acknowledgement contains code 3 type, ID, length, message length and username. Next is the challenge handshake authentication protocol. So in this protocol, the system sends a challenge value to the user. All the users in this particular network will have some default function. It will compute a value using this function and the challenge value, and this computed value will be given as response to the system. The system also do the same, that is using its default function it will compute a new value by using challenge value. If both the response from the user and the system computed value will if matches, means there is a success. If it doesn't matches, means there is a failure. Network control protocols. PPP is a multiple network layer protocol. It can carry a network layer data packet from protocols defined by the Internet, OSI, Xerox, .NET, AppleTalk, Novell and so on. To do this, PPP has defined a specific network control protocol for each network protocol. Next is Internet Protocol Control Protocol, that is IPCP. One network control protocol is the Internet Protocol Control Protocol. This protocol configures the link used to carry IP packets in the Internet. The value of the protocol fixed in hexadecimal is 8021. Here in this figure, it represents the IPCP packet which contains code of 1 byte, ID of 1 byte, length of 2 byte and IPCP information of variable length. Here is the question in part B, that is explain point to point protocol, which covers whose answer covers all the slides of this presentation. Thank you.